Hello, welcome to the Maya Toolbelt. This is Michael. In this video we're going to be looking at blend shapes in Maya 2016. We have a video going over blend shapes already. If you want to click here you can take a look at it. It's going over blend shapes in an earlier version of Maya. Here in Maya 2016 things are different, but they're also similar, but they've definitely moved things around and changed a few things, added a few things. So we're going to be looking at the changes that they've made, and this is a 2016 addendum to our blend shape tutorial. So here in Maya 2016, a lot of things have changed. Specifically, they've rearranged menu locations, and different tools have moved into new menus and old menus and so on. Some tools are gone completely. In this case, in order to create a blend shape, you still want to go to the Deform menu like we did before. The Deform menu can be found in multiple menu sets now in Maya 2016 as opposed to just one as it was before in earlier versions. In the Modeling menu you can find Deform right here. In the Rigging menu set you can find Deform, as well as in the Animation menu set you can find Anim Deform, which is essentially the same thing. It gives you a kind of a truncated list here, but then you can say Open Full Deform Menu, and then you get the full Deform menu like it is in the other menu sets. So it doesn't really matter which menu you use. We'll go ahead and look at the rigging one for now. So rigging menu set, Deform, we have here Create Blend Shape. And if we go into the options, we have essentially the same options that we had previously in the original blend shape video. So that video will go over all of these options here and talking about envelope and origin and target shape options and so on. Those all work essentially the same. What's new is if you go to the form again, and I'm not sure if they've done this new to Maya 2016 or if it was in an earlier version. The earlier version that I had was Maya 2011, and then I upgraded to 2016, so I've skipped lots of iterations of Maya. And so this separation of menu categories, we have our create section here, and then we have our edit section. I'm not sure if that's new to 2016 or if that happened in 2015 or something. But here we have the create section, we have create blend shape, and then down here now we have edit blend shape. So the edit blend shape menu, whether it's new to Maya 2016 or not, is new to me, and it's new to the video that I had before. So you might be saying this was in Maya 2014. Michael, you missed out. It's not a 2016 addendum, but in the case of what I'm doing here, it is a Maya 2016 addendum in the sense that it's addenduming the video that I made previously, which was Maya 2011. So it's an addendum in either case. So edit blend shape, then we have add, remove, swap, bake topology to targets, and edit normalization groups. So these are the main blend shape commands I'll be looking at in this video. In the previous video we did look at our blend shape editor. If we go to Windows, Animation Editors, we have here blend shape. And now this doesn't have anything in it yet because I haven't created a blend shape yet, but we're gonna look at that also and see if anything has changed compared to the original video. So first let's create a simple blend shape between two spheres. So I go to Create, Polygon Primitive Sphere. I'll just scale this up a bit. In order to have it deform into something, I need a second sphere, or at least another object. And so I'll hit Control D to duplicate and move the sphere over here, and I'll hide the grid. So to blend between these two objects, we need to have one object be different than the other, because blending a sphere into a sphere won't really do anything. So I'm just going to change the shape of this into something obviously different. Just grab some edge loops and scale them in like this, so we get this kind of wacky shape. So to create a blend shape, you first select the object you're blending into, hold shift and select the object that is doing the blending, and then I'll go to Deform, Create Blend Shape, Options, make sure my settings are reset, and hit Create. So now my original sphere has a blend shape node here under the inputs. If I click it, I have P-Sphere 2 over here as a channel. If I select it, middle mouse click and drag, you'll see that it didn't scale but it did change when it comes to the vertice points. So the scaling actually does not have any effect on blend shapes. It's merely moving points based on how you move them here. So if I wanted this to match the scale of this one, I would need to scale it the same degree. If the scale Y of this one is 10, I would need to select this one and change its scale Y to 10 also to have it match. But we're not going to worry about that. I'll just put this one back to, in this case, 4.914, like so. So now we have our blend shape. We have one blend shape applied to the sphere, like so. So now with a blend shape that is active, I can go to the Windows Animation Editors blend shape. Our blend shape editor has something in it. And from the looks of things, it looks like it's essentially the same as the existing video going over blend shape. Might be a couple of new things here, but we'll look at that later on. So I'm going to select my sphere, go to Deform, Edit Blend Shape, and we'll go into the Add options. So if we look at our options here, we have several things that are grayed out, a couple check boxes, and by default the Check Topology checkbox is turned on with our target shape options. So by adding a blend shape, you're adding another target. You'll see here this is a target and this is our base. So to add a blend shape target, you would need another shape to add to our sphere. So I'm just going to select my original sphere and duplicate it again, move it over here, and I'm just going to select some points and scale them just to do something, obviously crazy with them. So specify node, if we turned it on, you'll see then that blend shape node and existing nodes also become available. So what does this mean? This means that this only really applies if you have multiple blend shapes applied to the same object. Right now we only have the one. So for example, specify node is checked on, which means we need to specify which blend shape we want to add our blend shape target to. But since we only have one blend shape, you'll see here existing nodes, blend shape 1 is our list, and that's the only one that we have. And then blend shape node that we have specified is blend shape 1 because it's the only one we have. If we had multiple blend shapes, they'd be listed here in our existing nodes menu. We'd have blend shape 1, blend shape 2, blend shape 3, or whatever, and then we would pick which one we wanted to add the target to in our list, and then that choice would show up here in the blend shape node box. So this is to specify which blend shape you want to add a blend shape target to if you have more than one blend shape in your scene. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. So with only one in our scene, we actually do not need this turned on. Specify node is not needed because only one blend shape is available. If we want to see what it looks like when there's multiple blend shapes, I can simply just create a duplicate blend shape by selecting this target again, hold shift and select my sphere, go to Deform, Blend Shape. So now there's essentially two that do the same thing. So go to Deform, Edit Blend Shapes, Add Options. I'm going to select my new target over here, specify node. Existing nodes, well there's Blend Shape 1 and Blend Shape 2, which would you like? So Blend Shape 2, choose that one, it shows up here. Or if you want Blend Shape 1, choose that one, it shows up there. So that's for specifying which blend shape you want to apply a new target to. Let's go ahead and just undo back before all that, so I should only have the one blend shape applied again. So I'll select my new target, Deform, Edit Blend Shapes, Add Options, Add In Between Target. What does that do? Well, when we have Add In Between Target, if we check this box, we have two different options become available. We have Target Index, which is an input box for adding a value here, and then In Between Weight. In between weight is 1 by default. So what does that mean? If you watched the previous blend shape video, you would have a bit more information about adding an in-between target. Let's go back to Deform, Create Blend Shape Options just to get a little bit of a refresher. You'll see here we have our target shape options. We can say to check in between. And what that does, it allows us to have multiple shapes all blend in a sequence using one blend shape slider. Maybe I should just add that clip here. and just kind of give you an example of what that looks like.
So here I have a series of shapes that are very different. So all of these are going to be in between targets. So I'm going to select them in this order, then hold shift and click my base. Go back to my create blend shape options here and say in between. Turn that on, and I'll call it weird sphere and create. So what should happen if this all works properly? If you go to my weird sphere, see I have one channel here. I don't have multiple targets. I have one target, but it's using all four of these shapes as one big blend shape. Let's see. Alright, so you see as I slide this from 0 to 1, it goes between the four shapes I made to create the one blend shape slider.
That's what in between here, when you target shape options, you're checking in between. Let's close this. Let's go back to our Deform, Edit Blend Shape, Add Options. So our in between weight, if you were adding this target to an in between blend shape, you're specifying the weight of the blend shape as to where it is in the sequence of modified shapes. And so if I were to do an in-between blend shape, and I'll just do that real quick, I'm going to add a second blend shape node, which means we need to specify here. So I'm going to select this one, shift select this one, shift select this one in that order, and then last, shift select my base. Go to Deform, Blend Shape, Options, Target Shape Options, in between, and create. So now when I have my blend shape 2 here, I have my channel I can select, middle mouse click and drag, and you see it blends between the three shapes as I go from 0 to 1 on this slider. It blends between those three shapes that I specified in that order. And the ordering is the weight at 0 at a normal sphere shape. If we go to 0.25, so that would be the weight. At 0.25 weight, we have this shape occur. 0.7 weight or so, we have this shape appear. Then at 1, we have this shape appear. So those are the weights, the weighting of those targets in the sequence on the slider. So if we want to add a new target to this sequence, so this in-between blend shape can have a new shape appear somewhere in that sequence, you need to specify the weight. At what point on that slider will this shape occur? So as this is 0, right here we have like looks like about 0.3-ish or so. I'm just kind of guesstimating as I go through here. At this point we have about 0.67 and then to 1. So if we want this shape to be in there somewhere, we need to specify a weight. So let's say we had that shape appear between between 0 and 0.3. So let's say 0.2. So now I'm going to select my new target, hold shift, select my base, and then I'll go to Deform, Edit Blend Shape, Add Options, specify node. I want to make it go to Blend Shape 2 because it has the in-between sequence applied. Add in-between target, yes, with an in-between weight of about 0.15, and apply. So now if I choose this sphere, minimize click and drag, you'll see at the weight of 1.5 now it gets to this new target shape, and then it changes to this shape, to that shape, to that shape. So we've added this fourth target shape into our sequence of in-between blend shapes using our add option. So back to our menu, blend shape, add options. So add in between target, in between weight, right there. So then we have target index. This is a little bit different. So let's go to our blend shape editor. Go to Windows, Animation Editors, Blend Shape. So now you'll see here we have two blend shapes visible because we have blend shape 1 and blend shape 2. And these are our sliders for those blend shapes. I'm getting a little cluttered here, so let me minimize this, move this over here. So blend shape 1, if we do this up and down, we get that effect. Blend shape 2 does this whole in-betweening number. And right now they're listed vertically. If we go here in our blend shape options, we have orientation, and we can do horizontal if we want to, like so. So to demonstrate this, let me actually delete these two. I hit the little trash can icon here to delete those. Delete, delete, like that. Close this. Now there's no blend shape applied to my sphere anymore. So now what I want to do is select these three objects, these three target objects again, hold shift and select my sphere for the base. Deform, blend shape, options. This time I do not want in between. I'll edit, reset. So in between is not checked, and hit create. So now you see I have three different blend shapes applied to my sphere, each one associated with one of these shapes. And now if I go back to my blend shape editor, Windows, Animation Editors, Blend Shapes, you'll see here I have blend shape 1, and it has three sliders here inside blend shape 1. These are the target indexes. This would be target 1, 2, and 3 in a row. So to add this new target shape to a target index, we need to know which target index we're adding it to. Now we're not adding a new slider, we're adding this shape to one of these three existing sliders. So the target index are listed here. If you have the horizontal orientation like I do here, the top slider is the target index 1, the next one is target index 2, and so on. If we change the orientation to vertical, the first one is 1, 2, 3 from left to right. So when you're adding this new target to a target index, you need to specify which target index you're adding it to. So if I chose target index 4, because there is no target index 4, it will not be added and it won't work. So I have to choose 1, 2, or 3. So let's just say 2 for now. Now the next thing I need to do is specify the weight on this slider that this shape should appear. If I say in between weight of 1, that means the shape that I originally had will no longer work. It won't apply that one at all. So I'm going to change this in between weight instead to say be 0.5. Now the target index 2, which is this middle slider, with a value of 0.5 will show this new target once I hit apply. Make sure I shift select my base. So target index 2, in between weight 0.5, and hit apply and close. Okay, so now I can go back to my window, animation editors, blend shape, and as I move my middle slider, you see at 0.5 it becomes the new shape, and then it blends to the old shape here. So I've added this target shape to this one's blend shape slider. So back to the form, blend shape, add, options. This is for add in between target. So I added an in between target to that specific target index of the blend shape node. And then you have target shape options with a checkbox for check topology. What that simply does is it checks to see if the object you're applying this new target to has the same topology. So far all of these actually do have the same topology. They're all duplicates of the original sphere, so all of their vertices and edges and so on are the same, which makes it easier to blend. And if you have this checked on, then if it's different, it won't work. So for example, if I chose some edge loops at random and went to our modeling menu here, go to edit mesh and delete edge. So I deleted all those edges. Now the topology of this object is different than the rest. So hold shift and I want to apply. You'll see here it doesn't work. Uncheck this, hit apply. Now I've added a fourth slider, like so. So with this checked on, the target has to have the same topology as the base in order to be applied. If it's checked off, then the target object does not have to have the same topology to be applied. Because this video has already gone on almost half an hour and we've only gone over the add blend shape target options, I think I'm going to make part 2. If we go back to our menu here, deform, edit blend shapes, and break this off. So we have add. That's what we've gone over now so far. So next we'll go over remove and swap in our next part for our blend shape 2016 addendum. I'll talk to you later.